This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1419, How to Unlock Success, 10 Principles that Every Organizational Change Needs to Have to Be Successful, by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. And my name is Dan. I am your host and narrator here, and today we've got another great post from one of our regular authors, Michael. So with that, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. How to Unlock Success, 10 Principles that Every Organizational Change Needs to Have to Be Successful, by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. Change is not only unavoidable in the modern world, but it's also the one thing that is consistent. The ability to master the art of change is of the utmost importance for any firm aiming to succeed in the ever-changing landscape of the commercial world. On the other hand, the path to effective organizational change is filled with difficulties and complications. To successfully navigate this terrain, it is essential to adhere to principles supported by research and consistently demonstrated to be the foundation of successful changes. In this article, we'll go into these ideas and investigate how they might be applied to the change projects that your firm is undertaking. Acquiring knowledge of the principles established by research for successful change. A well-defined vision that serves as a guiding light for change is essential to a clear vision and strategy. The why for the change should be articulated, and a comprehensive plan for achieving the change should be outlined. A company must have a compelling vision and strategy to ensure efforts to transform the organization succeed. Effective change necessitates strong leadership at all levels of the company. Strong leadership is essential for transformation. Leaders must champion change, explain its significance, and lead by example. Their dedication and participation play a significant role in motivating others to accept the altered circumstances. Change cannot be imposed from the top down. Engagement and involvement are necessary for it to occur. It is of the utmost importance to incorporate employees at all levels, consider their feedback, and involve them in the process of transformation. Instead of being seen as challenges to be conquered, employees who feel respected and empowered become advocates for change. Open and transparent communication helps cultivate trust and buy-in among employees for the organization. Leaders are responsible for providing regular updates on the status of change projects, acknowledging concerns openly, and promoting input. The ability to communicate effectively helps reduce feelings of resistance and uncertainty. Employees are instilled with a sense of accountability and dedication when they are allowed to take ownership of the change being implemented. Individuals shift into active participants in driving change ahead when they experience a sense of empowerment that will enable them to contribute their thoughts and take initiative. Both adaptability and flexibility are essential for successfully handling unanticipated problems. Change is inherently unpredictable, and adaptability is critical for navigating change. Organizations must be willing to adapt their strategies and approaches to meet changing circumstances and use the feedback and insights obtained along the way. Allocation of resources. Sufficient resources, including financial, human, and technological resources, are essential to support change projects. Leaders must ensure adequate resources are provided to allow the successful implementation of change. Continuous learning and improvement. When it comes to change, there is no destination. It is a journey. Experimentation, creativity, and reflection should all be encouraged inside organizations to cultivate a culture of continual learning and progress. Adopting a growth mindset enables firms to adjust to changing conditions and maintain a competitive advantage over their competitors. Adapting from adversity and persevering in the face of impediments is essential for change initiatives. When confronted with challenges, nurturing resiliency and tenacity is paramount to maintaining momentum. Leaders must keep their unwavering dedication to the change agenda's objectives, motivating others to persevere. When preserving morale and motivation, it's essential to celebrate the accomplishments and milestones reached along the way. Recognizing and rewarding progress helps to underline the significance of the change effort and encourages additional engagement. Implementing these principles in the change initiatives taking place within your organization. Now that we have provided an overview of the fundamental principles that underpin successful change, let us investigate how you might implement these principles in the change projects that your business is undertaking. To develop a compelling vision, it is necessary to clearly communicate the vision for change, emphasizing the opportunities and benefits that the shift brings for the business. It is essential to involve key stakeholders from the beginning of the process, requesting their input and resolving their issues to encourage buy-in and support from those stakeholders. Effective communication requires a comprehensive communication strategy that maintains employee engagement and helps them remain informed throughout the transformation process. It is important to provide employees with the opportunity to offer their ideas and take ownership of the change to build a sense of empowerment and accountability. Iterate and adapt. Maintain a fluid and adaptive attitude, making adjustments to your strategy based on the feedback and insights received during execution. By following these actions, you can incorporate the research-based principles of effective change into your company's projects, laying the groundwork for success and contributing to a more seamless transition. Conclusion. The organizational change process is complicated. However, if you accept the 10 principles discussed today and take proactive steps to incorporate them into your change initiatives, you can certainly enhance the possibility that your change initiatives will prevail. It is essential to remember that change is not only about navigating the present, but also about defining your organization's future. You just listened to the post titled How to Unlock Success: 10 Principles That Every Organizational Change Needs to Have to Be Successful by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We all have non-negotiables. Maybe you never skip leg day or have to take your morning walks. But when your schedule is packed with kids' activities, big work projects, and more, it's easy to let your priorities slip. Even when we know what makes us happy, it's hard to make time for it. Therapy can help you reclaim control of your time and values. And make no mistake, therapy is for everyone. Whether or not you've been through significant trauma, therapy can be a great tool for setting boundaries, learning positive coping skills, and ultimately becoming the best version of yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/workdaily today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/workdaily. We're driven by the search for better. But when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. And I want to thank Michael, who is the founder and chief burnout officer of the Breakfast Leadership Network, which is a San Diego and Toronto-based burnout media firm. He is a certified NLP and CBT therapist, NLP standing for Neuro-Linguistic Programming and CBT for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And he's one of the world's leading authorities in burnout recovery and prevention. Michael's also a Fortune 500 consultant, #1 best-selling author, and host of the Breakfast Leadership Show, which is a top 200 podcast on Apple Podcasts. He's a 2-time top 20 global thought leader on culture with Thinkers 360, as well as a former healthcare executive, CIO, and CFO overseeing $2 billion budgets. So come and learn from him online. You can find all of his info and content at breakfastleadership.com. And again, a big thank you to Michael for letting us share his work. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. And please join me again tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.